Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the Dulcimer. This is a 3-string Dulcimer with diatonic tuning, and it's a strum Dulcimer also. Some Dulcimers you play on your lap with hammers, but this is a strummed Dulcimer. So, to play along with this lesson you'll need to be tuned G, the string nearest your chin, D, the middle string, and G, the string nearest the floor. That is G, string nearest your chin, D, the middle string, and G, the string nearest the floor. So when you're in the tune, we will get started. If you have seen my other Dulcimer videos on this channel, you will know some of this lesson already, but you don't need to have watched them to take part in this lesson. In this lesson we'll be doing a 1950s style chord progression. This is used in ballads and rock and pop songs. I stress rock and pop, jazz and other forms of music use different chordings and voicings, but this is more your chart stuff of the 1950s and 60s. So with that out of the way, let's get started. In this video we will be playing in the key of G. There are several ways to play this on a G-tuned Dulcimer. We can do open like that. The second fret of the bottom G string, this is the nut, and these metal strips going down a fret. So at the second fret, we play there. That's also a G chord, so we've got open. Second fret, which is a G. And because of the way this is tuned G, D, G, we can use the second fret of the thicker G string there. And that is also a G. So we got open, second fret on the high G string, and second fret on the low G string. So again, open, second fret on the high G, second fret on the low G. And in this video we will be using this one. The reason why we're using this G chord here is if you put your first finger at the first fret of the D string, that becomes an E minor chord. So go for that again. You're in your G on the top string there. You add your first finger to the first fret of the middle string or D string, and that's now an E minor. If you use G here, you would have to move 2 fingers to get the E minor. Or if you did the open G, you'd have to move 2 fingers to get the E minor. But if you play G in that position, the second fret of the low G string, and add your first finger to the first fret of the D string, that's now an E minor. So we'll jump between them 2 chords. We'll just strum down 4 beats of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, back to G, E minor, back to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, G, E minor, G, E minor. I'm over exaggerating how far I'm taking my fingers off so you can see in reality you can just got to lift them off a little bit. So after the count of 4, 4 strums on G, 4 strums on E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, E minor, G, E minor, G, E minor. The next chord we need in this progression is the C chord. So from the E minor position, it's very easy to get to C. That's the E minor, the second fret of the G string, and the first fret of the D string. You simply take your third finger off and place it at the third fret of the high G. So you're going from there to there. This first finger stays where it is, so that's your E minor, and you're placing it there, the third fret of the high G string. So we'll do E minor 4 times and then C. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Back to E minor. C, E minor, C, E minor, C, E minor, C. So again, that's the E minor chord. You simply take that ring finger off and place it at the third fret of the high G. So we'll do that again. 4 strums on E minor, 4 strums on C. C, E minor, C, E minor, C, E minor, C. So to do a recap, you may notice in this, the first 3 chords of this chord progression, we are not moving many fingers. If you play G in this position, like we said, add the first finger, makes it E minor. Move that finger. We've done a lot of chord changes there without much movement, rather than jumping around the neck. So we'll do that again. G, 4 strums. E minor 4 strums. C 4 strums. G 4 strums, back to the beginning. E minor 4 strums. C 4 strums. Okay, so G, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, C, and now we'll move on to the last chord. The last chord we need in this chord progression is the D chord. The D chord is the low and high G at the first fret. There is nothing on the D string. That is a D chord. That is the first fret of the low and high G, nothing on the middle D string. And that is the last chord in the progression. We will be doing something with the D chord later on that I'll come to. So now we have the chords in our chord progression. I will write the chord progression down in the description below. For each letter it is 4 downstrokes. So let's have a run through it. It is G, 4 strums. E minor, 4 strums. C, 4 strums. D, 4 strums. G, 4 strums. E minor, 4 strums. C, 4 strums. D, 4 strums. Now we'll do it without the gaps in between. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, again G, E minor, C, D, So that's the basic run through. I will now play it through with a bit of rhythm to see how it sounds. All I'll be doing for this one is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on each letter, which I will explain in a minute. So now let's discuss the new strum. Before we were just strumming down, just on a G chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this time we're going to add an upstroke in between, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's to each letter printed in the description below. So we'll go through the chord progression. G after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's go through that song now without leaving the gaps in between. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. E minor, C, B, G, 2 and 3 and 4. E minor, C, B, back to G. E minor, C, B, G, E minor, C, B, G, E minor, C, B. So now we've had a run through of the chord progression and the chords, there's little bits more you can do to the chords to make them a bit more interesting for the listener. So we will just focus on the G chord for now. So we've got the G chord like that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In this we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for the 1 and 2 and, we are strumming with the finger on, 1 and 2 and. Take it off for the 3 and, then back for the 4 and. So like this. My fingers are being moved out the way. You don't have to do this yourself. You can keep your fingers near the fretboard just so you can see. So you've got a G chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and lift the finger off, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When you can strum that way, there are more things we can do on the G chord. This is because this is tuned to G, there's a few more things open to us. So let's discuss them. We've been lifting the finger on the 3 and. You can do it on the 2 and the 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and with the finger on, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and So at speed, that is just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There is one more thing you can do on a G chord in this chord progression. For more information on what you can do in a G chord, watch my previous videos on the channel. They'll be in a playlist somewhere. Anyway, so we've got a G chord with the ring finger at the 2nd fret of the low G. You're going to add your little finger to the high G string at the 2nd fret, about there. So we do just one finger on G, add the little finger, one finger, little finger. So on the 1 hand, we're just using that finger. On the 2 hand, we add the little finger. On the 3 hand, we go back to one finger. On the 4 hand, we add the little finger. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very slowly. 1 hand with just one finger on. Add the little finger. One finger. Little finger. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then that's easy just to go to the E minor afterwards rather than twisting your hand around in all sorts of shapes. So G, like that, like you normally play it, and you're just adding that little finger off and on that high G string at the 2nd fret. The next chord we can do something with is the D chord. On the D chord, you may have seen this in my previous video. So you've got your D chord there, the 1st fret at the high and low G string. So we're going to strum it 1 hand, then 2 hand, slide it up to the 2nd fret, 3 hand, then back to the 1st for 4 hand. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, very slowly. 1 and 2 and, slide it up to the 2nd fret, 3 and, back to the 1st, 4 and. To 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So far in the video, we've only covered basic strumming, just strumming 4 beats to the bar down, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Without been going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But you can actually mix them up as you're going along. So in this instance, we're going to do just downstrokes on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the C, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3. E minor, C, D, G. E minor, C, D, G. E minor, C, D. It doesn't matter what you do as long as that rhythm is constant. What you fit in between is fine. So moving on from that, we're going to create our own strums. For this, we will just stay on a G chord for now. Okay, you can use the bottom G if it's easiest, or the top G, it makes no difference. So we're going to be strumming 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and, or 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we'll now create our own G strum. We're going to strum 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now we'll apply that to the rest of the chords. And that is basically on a G chord, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, so we'll create one more strum just to show you how it works. This time we're going to strum down on 1, 2 and 3, and on the 4 and we'll add the upstroke. So on a G chord, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Add that to the other chords. There is one last thing you need to know, and that's how to finish a song. You don't just finish a song, you've got to finish it with a proper ending, and it ties it up in a neat bow for the listener. So let's get started. So we're going to pretend we've just played through our chord progression. So there's a bar of G, a bar of E minor, a bar of C, a bar of D, and when you've strummed the last fourth strum of D, an open G chord. So in context of a song, and that's how you would finish a song in the key of G. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and our homepage is in the link down below. So keep practicing, keep playing, and until next time, goodbye.